Chris, so much to be pleased about there, but right now I'm guessing the overall feeling is frustration.
Yeah, of course you're frustrated. I mean, we've hit the bar, we've hit the post. I don't know how Louis shot, the goalie spills it, somehow evades going in. I don't know how John Mellish is offside on that shot, because if he stood next to him when he's shooting, but he flags him offside. I think obviously the ref stops play, but the ball hits the post and we put it in an empty net. But great finish from the Oldham player, obviously against a run of play, just a little bit like the first half. I think he had one really good chance just before half time on the inside of the edge of the box, and he nearly stuck it in the bottom corner. And it's often like that, honestly, when you play away. It is. I was really pleased with the energy of the players, really pleased with the chances we created. Jimmy's very disappointed he's not scored. Got to be more ruthless. It's an easy thing for me to say. But the players have to find that moment and relax at that point and make sure they score. But they didn't. But yeah, the energy was excellent.
Everybody, the football world's talking about Carlisle United chances created, entries into the final third. The stats are through the roof. We've continued that again tonight.
Yeah, the main one's not through the roof, is it? The one that's the one I want. But yeah, it's good. But yeah, it's very good, isn't it? We've improved a lot. Brilliant that the team went again. I think Oldham made 5 changes from the team at Bolton, and the energy we showed in the first half, and to be fair, for 60, 70, 80 minutes was excellent. We just couldn't get that breakthrough, could we, to get the winner?
It's a huge factor, isn't it? Because we're dominating games at the moment. That's 4 or 5 in a row now where we've been the team that's looked like it's going to win, and mostly we have. Tonight we didn't.
Yeah. Keep it up. You got to work hard. You got to rest well now to recover. We're playing against a team, I feel, that has similar energy to us on Saturday. So our recovery strategies are massive now, and make sure we're ready to play, back-to-back away games, which is a little bit harsh if you think about the fixtures we've played. Because playing at home's excellent for us.
Seems like a harsh question to ask, but how do we turn these chances into goals? Because it's almost like we're being greedy at the moment.
I don't know, ask the players. Put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, that's what you pay extra pound notes for, isn't it? Jimmy's very capable of scoring on his chances. He is. He had a similar situation last week at Port Vale. He's got an opportunity to make a real name for himself in professional football, because nobody's given this platform before, but obviously I have, and we have as a club. But he could seriously change his life by putting that in the back of the net every week. But he's got to do it.
That won't get into his head, will it? The fact that it's 2 games in a row where he's missed a similar kind of chance.
Maybe. Who knows? Footballers, you don't know what they think about. The psychologists going one up. We get a little bit sloppy in clearances and kicking. If you keep doing the same things the same way, make the game easier to win for yourself. We could have easily won that game by being a little bit more streetwise without actually playing any better. Sometimes you're better playing not as well and winning a little bit uglier, but it was tough. But yeah, the lads did really well.
1 goal advantage, that's always the danger, isn't it? That something like what happened there with Burnley happens.
Well, it's a great finish. So unfortunate, because it was actually a bad pass from Oldham straight to JJ's chest. And we're striding away on the halfway line thinking we're going to have a go on them. Danny Rowe, he has different attributes to JJ. He's not as quick as him, so the only thing he can do is lunge at the maximum he possibly can to try and get the ball before he breaks away. If JJ breaks away, we probably score or have some in on the last third. But he doesn't. He lunges and gets a touch on that ball. JJ goes to ground, and because of that, Dean tries to come and help his mate out and opens out in the middle of the pitch. And then the defenders aren't ready for that little turnover, because they're half expecting us to stride down the other side of the pitch. People will be saying, well, they shouldn't, and they should be ready for this. But yeah, you coach that, you train that, the human. We should score more goals, we should defend a bit more ruthless, and we'll become a very, very good team. At the moment, I suppose it's in that abeyance, but in terms of how we go about what we do, it's very honest, it's very hard working, and it represents the community really well.
If we're not a very good team, we're certainly a good team. The energy, the press, they're getting after players when they lose the ball and regaining. All of these things that you asked for last season, it's coming to fruition now.
It's vital, and it's significant when somebody with like Conor Malley's skill comes on and he's not used to it, because he didn't do it on the left-hand side, the right-hand side once. But that once is enough in a Football League game to lose a game, and that would have been an absolute devastating, travesty to have lost that. But it was a little bit like that against Colchester. It's highly dominating the. To get in a position of equal in the game is the opponent's got a lot with less, and we need to get more from the more we have.
You must be pleased with the way this team's coming together as a unit, though, because they are defending as a unit and attacking in so many numbers.
Oh yeah, it's good, but so I like to watch football or support football myself, and I'd love to play in this team. Great energy, great togetherness, good spirit, a little bit more quality at times. The last pass, is an inch too far for Louis just to slide the ball in the net. Get that right, we could have a very, very, very good day. I mean, a really good one.
No changes from Saturday. We've seen it before at League Two level. Teams can dip after they've had a performance like Saturday. Absolutely not the case tonight.
Yeah, well, it can happen, but we trained correctly yesterday. But it's the first time really in getting ready for that Saturday, Tuesday hit, and now they're going to come thick and fast. So the best way of attacking it is to just deal with it, I think. A bit like pre-season, get on with it, and then obviously you're going to take on some collateral damage. But if everybody's pushing hard, if somebody can't do it because we're pushing hard, the person that does come in to do it pushes us hard, and that's the sort of energy we want, not in the 11, but in the 20 or so lads we've got.
And so much competition for places, and each game takes us a step closer to Amari coming back in particular to add to that for what's already a potent attack line.
Yeah, Amari, and obviously Mike will be training with us on Thursday, and he will have experienced again a little bit like what I was speaking about Connor. They've got the traits that are acceptable within the group. Obviously it come from a demand of myself, but the group understand them, and it's part of who we are. So they look after us, and we've got to make sure that we look after them and try and make them a little bit better. And when we get that really, really right, I could see us doing really well. I could see a high-scoring victory. Could have been tonight if Jimmy had his shooting boots on, but he didn't, and it wasn't. So that's why we made the changes, to try and find the change within the game. Often to break a rhythm, you've got to break the rhythm yourself, you see. Sometimes you can leave players on and they get the just reward. Sometimes you swap to try and get that just that little bit of an edge. So it happens. It can go either way, but yeah, I was really pleased with the effort.
Fans are really excited, Chris. Social media is buzzing again tonight. Obviously they're disappointed with the goal we conceded, but they're seeing something here, and again that's something you wanted when you got here in November.
Oh yeah, it's difficult because we were 5 points off being a non-league team. We ended up, I think, 20 points clear, and yes, we didn't win as many as I would have liked, but we definitely got better at not getting beat, and we did enough to get away, to get where we got. And to be critical of not scoring more on Saturday, and to be talking to the details you're talking about now to the team, the positive negatives. So it's vital that we understand that, and what's also vital is expectation levels have to be managed, but the players have to understand where this can grow to if they get everything right.
And just last one from me on those expectation levels. We're coming into every game at the moment, Chris, expecting to win. That's not a bad thing for fans, for anybody who follows this club to have in their mind as you're about to kick off.
Well, yeah, in any sport you want to win. I believe we've got a squad capable of winning League Two games. Physical, we're quick, we have exciting front players. Like you said, there'll be one or two more available in the forthcoming weeks. Yeah, we've got a strong hold in midfield, good passing, good experience, good knowledge, goals from midfield, goals from people at the back at set plays. So you put that all in one bag, you've got some good credentials to win games, and that's what we put together. That's what we train hard, and that's what will look after us in long term.